Hello, this review is for the IScooter brand, model 1SB as in beta, adult scooter. I'm rating it on the categories of mobility, range and charging, performance, ease of use, and manufacturing. I give it a total rating of 4 stars. I'll explain why in the upcoming video. I did pay $400 on Amazon.com for this. And there's quite a bit of reading in the description of the product on Amazon.com, some of which is very interesting based on my experience. So when it's shown in this configuration with the handle folded down and clamped to the rear fender, it makes a perfect carrying handle. The device weighs just over 26 pounds or about 55 kilograms, I believe, if I did my math correctly. It's easy to put into operational configuration just by releasing the clamp on the rear fender, folding the handle up, and clamping it at the base just above the headlight, which is also a nice feature. That clamp has an easy, quick release on it where I can fold it back down into carrying mode as well. There's a single button on the top of the handlebars for powering the device on. That also turns the headlight on, so pushing and holding will power on or power off the scooter. Pushing and releasing will turn off or on the headlight. I'm off to pick up my car at the charging station. You'll notice as I get up to speed here, there's quite a vibrating sound that happens. There's an interesting story about that, and it has to do with the rear fender and some documentation that's on Amazon.com about an aftermarket add-on that was added to the scooter. That add-on is a horseshoe-shaped brace used to reinforce the rear fender. That, along with the kickstand, caused me to score manufacturing at 3 stars. You can see on my scooter there's a piece of metal sticking out from the left axle. That originally attached to the fender and circled back, attaching to the right axle. My bumpy ride that you can see here caused the connector or the screw to come off, and that brace ended up being pulled into the rolling wheel, causing a deadlock, and I skidded about 50 feet on the solid rubber tire, causing a flat spot, which makes my ride even bumpier now, so that was a drawback. In addition to that, the kickstand is too long, so when I try to use it, the scooter tips over to the right. The only way it would be of any value whatsoever is if I was on a hill at the right grade for the scooter not to tip over. So 3.0 stars for manufacturing. Also 3.0 stars for performance. I weigh about 210 pounds and the scooter really struggles going uphill. In hindsight, I would have been willing to pay a little more for increased performance. I did give charging and range 5.0 stars with an asterisk. That's because I bought this with the sole purpose of doing a round trip that's about 4 miles on every charge. If you expect more performance on a single charge, you might be disappointed. So the 5.0 for charging and range might not be applicable to everyone. Ease of use only got 4 stars. The reason it didn't get 5 is because the company made me download an app to access the full speed of the scooter, which I thought was ridiculous and should not have been necessary. Overall, however, the scooter is meeting my needs. The fenders are very handy because I do have weather here. You can see the rear fender vibrating in this shot. And I really hope I don't lose that fender, but I did have to remove that brace because of the hazard it caused. Overall, it's meeting my needs. I hope that this review helps you in any decisions you're making regarding this product. Thank you.